everybody, and welcome to episode 358 of the All You Can Hear podcast. My name is Wenzel, and joining me today is my long co-host.
Let me. Oh fuck! It doesn't fucking let me like sustain it. The cowards at Discord. Let me see. Hold on.
Okay, go.
I just turned off noise suppression. Wait, no, I didn't. Fuck. Gotta keep that off. Never mind. Discord's a bitch. Let me in now, and it can be nice. Made me go now, and I have to come back not once, not twice, but as many times as I lie. It won't let me.
Damn it. It won't let you. I will say, whenever you started with the "let me in right now," you sounded really good. You sounded exactly like Nick in that moment.
Let's just say I've got a bunch of face paint or face chunks on right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm an ex-rocker.
You're recording from a fucking bus stop holding two suitcases staring into the distance.
I'm holding like a fucking Elmo doll with the butthole cut out. I'm like, here, this is for you. You won it from the church.
With your cold blue eyes. Yeah.
Can I come in? This immediately gets shot in the chest.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. All right. So yeah, if you could tell from the title, we're going to be talking about two movies with long legs.
Yes, that is true. Two ultra family fun, demented, fucked up films.
Yeah. So if nobody knows or maybe does not remember, we did this is back in 2021. We did a double feature that we thought would be really funny to do an episode about. It was Jordan Peele's Nope, and it was Minions 2, The Rise of Gru. That's the second one. It's the second one, right? Yeah, okay. God, I didn't know. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Someone's not up to date with their Minion lore.
Not really. So we called it a fucked up double feature. And then we thought, well, why don't we do that again? Because we saw that Longlegs and Despicable Me come out not the same day, but the same month. Literally, Longlegs came out a week after Despicable Me came out. So we thought we should do another double feature episode where we watch two fucked up movies. And this is what we got: Despicable Me 4 and Longlegs. We'll be reviewing and discussing them. Spoilers ahead, obviously. Spoilers. So if you haven't seen either of them, I know Despicable Me is still in theaters. I know there's still some showings for Longlegs. So definitely go see them. Well, I'll talk about that later. One more so than the other, but not really. Like,
if you're into Minions, sure, why not? Go watch it.
Yeah. No, I don't want to make it sound like I'm disparaging it too much or being too like scathing about it. Like, no, like they're, Despicable Me is fun for the most part, but I'll talk more about that when we get to that. But well, like shit, I guess we just get into it. Now I should preface this by saying I have not seen Despicable Me 2 or 3.
I haven't either.
So we've only seen Despicable Me 1, and then I've seen this, and like I said, we saw Minions: The Rise of Gru, but I didn't see the first Minions movie. Did you see the first Minions movie?
Nope, we've seen the exact same ones.
Okay, just making sure that we're both on the same page, and I mean, it didn't really hurt our experience because Despicable Me has kind of proliferated culture so much that we understood basically anything, like the reason anybody was there or whatever. Like, it wasn't really too hard to catch on.
Banana. What the fuck? It's crazy looking at the release schedule for these movies. Because fucking Minions came out in 2015 and Despicable Me 3 came out in 2017. Does not feel like it's been that long for those movies to get sequels. It feels like it's been like a yearly thing with Minions, but no, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's just shit gets the merchandise just gets pumped out.
Oh yeah, kids love these little yellow freaks, and I do too. I love those little minions.
Yeah. So, Despicable Me 4 is directed by Chris Renaud. I think that's how you say his name. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. He directed Despicable Me 1, 2, Dr. Seuss's The Lorax, The Secret Life of Pets, and The Secret Life of Pets 2. Also, too, um, he has a pretty big background. Also, in comics, just in graphic design in general. He actually, so I'm going to read this off of his bio on Letterboxd. So after graduating from Syracuse University with an illustration degree, Renaud began work as a graphic designer in the sports and entertainment industry. He has created logo designs and mascot characters for NFL properties, the NBA, and Foot Locker, among others. I just thought it'd be really fucking funny if the Minions, if his first step the Minions was a bunch of uh, sports mascots. So Minions were just fucking everywhere in everything. They already are, but you know what I mean. Um, After working as a designer and illustrator for a variety of publications and agencies, Chris began drawing and writing comic books, working for both Marvel Comics and DC. His notable projects include illustrating Marvel's Starfleet Academy and pitching the original story concept that evolved into Batman Cataclysm. This year-long tale across all Batman-related comics resulted in increased sales and visibility for the renowned character. I didn't know that. That's pretty crazy.
I did not know that either. I guess the minion god has his hand in many pots.
Yeah, for real. And yeah, and then obviously the production company for this is Illumination. They currently have 15 films under their belt, with 5 more on the way. I had forgotten that they're doing Super Mario Brothers 2. They're actually doing a third, Secret Life of Pets. They're doing Sing 3. They're doing the Pharrell biopic, the Lego film, and then they're doing a movie based off of a children's novel, a children's book called Big Tree with Steven Spielberg attached to that.
Gee,
So,
okay.
yeah, and they have 15 films, but they're still very young. I just think they're getting so much fucking money because the budget of this movie was $100 million, but the box office currently is $765 million fucking dollars.
And you're goddamn right. We contributed to it thanks to our AMC A-list thing. Fuck yeah.
And the thing is, too, is Illumination has made some of the highest grossing animated films of all fucking time. And that's what I was talking about with them being so young. Like, that's insane. Yeah, and then this movie came out on July 3rd. The runtime is 94 minutes. Also, too, just to avoid any sort of kind of controversy or anything, technically we watched Despicable Me 4 with Kinds of Kindness and not Longlegs. I'm sorry.
Cancel me.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
care.
Yeah. No, but seriously though, we wanted to do this specifically, and we thought Kinds of Kindness we'll just save for end of the year stuff. But don't get me wrong, Kinds of Kindness has just as much fucked up shit in it, so it was still a very fun double feature.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then quickly I'm going to go into the cast list, and then we'll get into the story. So Steve Carell returns as Gru, Kristen Wiig returns as Lucy Wilde, Gru's wife and anti-villain league agent. Will Ferrell plays Maxime Lamont, our main villain for this film. Joey King is playing Poppy Prescott. We'll talk about her later. Miranda Cosgrove is Margot, Gru's oldest adopted daughter. Pierre Coffin as the voice of the Minions. I didn't know that's who that was. Sofia Vergara as Valentina, Maxime's femme fatale girlfriend. Stephen Colbert is Perry Prescott, which is Poppy Prescott's dad. Tara Strong as Gru Jr., Dana Gayer as Edith, which is the middle adopted daughter of Gru, and then Madison Poland as Agnes, the youngest adopted daughter. Oh, and then also too, Chris Renaud plays the principal in this movie as well. Didn't know that.
Oh, I did not know he played the old lady. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
So it's a stacked cast list. I mean, it's fucking Minions. It's kind of been stacked since day one. It's not like Steve Carell was a lesser known person at the time in 2010. He was still pretty damn big.
Yeah, no, it's pretty stacked. Sofia is it Vergara?
It's Vergara.
I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry.
No, it's Vergara.
All right. Just saying. All right, yeah. As usual, as we do, we go through the summary. We'll talk about it as we go through it. And I'm just getting this straight from Wikipedia. So yeah. So the Anti-Villain League (AVL) now has grew as part of its agents, and he attends a reunion at his alma mater, AYCH Pabon. There, he reunites with his rival, Maxime Lemont, who harbors a grudge with Gru for stealing his talent show act when they were in school. Maxime reveals he has enhanced himself with cockroach parts to make himself overpowered and so can conquer the world, but Gru arrests him with the help of the AVL. Maxime escapes from the AVL prison with the help of his girlfriend, Valentina. He reveals an invention that turns people into human roach hybrids, which he plans to specifically use on Gru's infant son, Gru Jr. Now, this whole section here was really fun because we see the talent show act that they had planned, and oh god, what the fuck was it? That was something I did not prepare for.
Boy George?
Boy George.
Karma Chameleon?
It was, yeah, Karma Chameleon. Holy shit, thank you. Very fun. Also, too, Maxime Lemont's design as a cockroach creature with his clothes was actually really cool. I thought that was
pretty... he was like the fucking Bugman from oh my god, what is that movie? Terraform Mars. Not movie, it's a series.
Terraformers, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Terraformers cockroach. He doesn't look anything like him, but he's kind of got the strength and all that. Also, his girlfriend Valentina is Sofia Vergara. I'm sorry, she cannot voice act. Can't really act that well either. But her voice acting is not good. It just comes across as so fucking tone deaf. Like, it's just one tone, monotone. It's not good. I'm not a big fan of her voice acting or acting.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I didn't really think much of her. I mean, to be fair, she doesn't really say much anyway. But when she is talking, it's just kind of like, oh, like she's just not really good. Sorry.
Yeah, Hollywood, start hiring people that actually do voice acting jobs.
I was talking to Colt about this last night. It's just kind of insane whenever they talk about how, or the big thing when it comes to animated films in the wider media or in the mainstream in Hollywood is they get all these famous actors because I always hear this all the time is they gotta have faces that people know. But holy fucking shit, like just show the voice act, like just show the fucking voice actors' faces. Like I'm sorry, but like just like they're talented. They're talent. Like just show them off. Like just fucking show them. And like who fucking cares? You know? Like these they've done so many voices. They've done so much work. Just it's just fucking stupid. Like don't get me wrong. Like some of these some actors obviously can be trained and can be quite skilled at it. But at the same time, it's just like we have so many fucking voice actors who've put in so much work and who need work, and it's just like just pull from them. Like fuck.
I think Steve Carell is actually a really good voice actor.
Steve Carell is a good voice actor. Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. Like that's what I said. Like some actors can be well trained or well versed in it, and that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, sorry. So, Silas Ramsbottom comes out of retirement and visits the Gru household to inform them of Maxine's escape. Ramsbottom is he worked for the AVL and he's from the past movies. Yeah, like it doesn't really need much to explain here. And that the AVL will have to relocate them to a house in another town named Mayflower until Maxine is recaptured. Assuming new names and identities as part of a witness protection program, Gru becomes Chet, a solar panel salesman. Lucy is given the name Blanche and a career as a hairdresser. Most of the minions are taken in by the AVL. Silas selects 5 of them to be augmented with powers under an initiative called the Mega Minions, but the initiative is canceled after the group causes collateral damage in a city. And what's really funny is the marketing for the Mega Minions has been through the fucking roof. They're like the face of this fucking movie. After their initiative gets canceled, you do not see them literally again until the end of the fucking movie.
Thing is, the scenes with them were pretty damn funny. I love the minion scenes. They're so good. Even the non-superhero minions. I enjoy the 2 that came, or the 3 that came with the family. The one that got stuck in the fucking vending machine. That's a good bit.
And he was just stuck in there for forever. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun here. Oh my god, it was a really good bit too. We have the fucking Agnes, right? The youngest one.
Yeah.
Her goat, her pet goat. I love them. So
yeah, and they also don't really mention the dog. That dog's been there since the first movie.
I know, and that's it. That's all you. I mean, I don't know. He could have made a big appearance in the last 2 films, but yeah, no, he's a pretty I don't know. He's an important character, you know. But I love the goat. The goat is super fucking cute. They put a lot of effort into that goat and making him look cute. He looks like a toy, like those toys. Oh god, those like really cute pet toys. What are they called? They have like the big ass eyes. They're not Beanie Babies, but they're well, maybe they are kind
Polly
of Beanie Babies.
Pockets.
Maybe it's like the oh shit. Is it like is it a Beanie Baby thing?
No.
Like,
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. Because I'm not a little fucking baby.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. It's part of the company though. Ty Warner. Yeah, it's under them though. Michaels sells them. Anyway, sorry. He basically looks like a toy made real. Very cute. And anyway, back to the minions though. The minions do not get enough time. The Mega Minions do not get enough time on screen. It's an injustice. It's not fair.
So fucked up. They need to put the minions with more screen time, or I am going to put a law in place to make it to where the minions are the only people that can drive trucks.
I love the minions. I love those little yellow fucks. They make me laugh.
Amen.
But yeah, no, the Mega Minions part is fun. It's just like I said, they just don't get enough screen time. In their new, well-off residential town, Gru and his family meet their neighbors, the Prescotts. Their teenage daughter, Poppy, an aspiring villainess, recognizes Gru from his former career as a villain. She threatens to blow Gru's cover unless he helps her pull off a heist to steal Lychee Pabon's mascot, a honey badger named Lenny, so she can enroll there. The pair, with the help of 2 minions and Gru Jr., successfully steal Lenny, but the school's elderly principal, Frau Ubelschlecht, and identifies Gru from security cam footage and contacts Maxime to inform him of Gru's whereabouts using a tracker in Lenny's collar. Personally, if this bitch old principal snitched on me, I would kill her. Just saying.
Yeah, but she's also incredibly scary because the scene of them getting chased down inside the fucking thingy, the school, is pretty scary. She's got the fucking twisted metal spike tires.
Were you actually scared?
Yeah, I was leaking from my butthole.
Well, I mean, she would be too scared. Like, okay, I'm just saying, where's the guns?
I think she had guns. She had taser or electricity.
No. I'm talking about real fucking guns. Why does Gru not have a fucking polished 1911 ready to go?
Dude, murder's illegal. You can't do that.
What's the point of everything in this goddamn series then? Villains and stuff? You're not like, okay, like, bro, if you're not fucking popping people, then you're not a fucking villain. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, where's the racist villains? Come on, guys. We can get better villains.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm talking about killing, okay? That's different.
Whoa. I'm talking about a villain that kills people in, like, front of their children, not racism.
Okay, well, that Gru wouldn't be doing that. It's an old bitch. Like, just kill her.
All right, put that on a t-shirt with Wenzel's face. It's an old bitch, just kill her.
God damn it. Okay. I can't. Okay. The next day, wow, Gru and Lucy are away at the local country club with Poppy's parents, Perry and Patsy. Ubelschleck visits the safe house to interrogate their daughters, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, about Gru's whereabouts. Gru and Lucy rush home after being called by Margot and fight Ubelschleck. Lucy also contacts the AVL, which in turn summons the Mega Minions to stop Maxine. In the chaos, however, Gru Jr. leaves the house and is spotted by Maxime and Valentina, who kidnap him and take him into their ship. Gru decides to save his son, when Lucy stays behind to handle Ubelschlecht. Lucy could just snap her neck. I'm just saying. Like, yeah. Easy.
But also, Lucy could probably just get snapped in half super easily because her neck is like 1 inch wide.
But okay, but she's agile. Like she was dancing around Ubelschlecht. Like I'm just saying, like come up behind this old bitch in her wheelchair and snap her neck.
Now explain to me step by step how you'd kill an old woman in a wheelchair.
First, okay. First, I would throw sand in her eyes.
Okay, all right.
And then I'd run around her real quick. Obviously, I'm super fast, so she can't keep up. Just come behind her and snap her neck. Easy.
All right, another quote for you, future campaign.
If you wanted to make it even more brutal, throw sand in her eyes, hit her in the throat, run around behind her, hit her in the back of the head.
Now, are we having like a spike thing? Because like in Black Ops 1, you had a mission where you stabbed a spike into the back of their skull for the insta kill. Are you going to do that?
No. So okay.
You don't have to keep explaining. I'm giving you a bunch of outs by just like laughing at it.
I don't want it out. I don't want it out. I want to explain this. I'm laughing so much. So my first idea. No, sorry, this is my second one. So my second one is, like I said, punch her in the throat, come around behind her, smash her in the back of the head with a bottle, snap her neck. But then my other idea, god damn it, I can't stop laughing. My other idea was to grab her.
A fucking Joker? What are you doing?
Can't stop laughing. Grab her. Okay, Jesus Christ, Wenzel, explain it.
You cut out for the. You didn't cut out. You just like shut up because you're trying to calm yourself down.
Grab her. Take a glass.
It just sounds like you're laughing at the idea of murder.
I am. Give me a second. I can't stop. I'm crying. Take her. Grab some glass. Put it in her mouth.
What the fuck? You're going back into Black Ops 1. Why not just wait for the lunchtime McDonald's trip and do a car bomb?
Colt, I can't stop fucking laughing.
You don't have to keep explaining how you'd kill an old woman in a wheelchair.
Colt, I have to follow through on this. If I don't, it's going to kill me. Break some glass, shove in her mouth, punch her in the face a few times. Then she spits it out with blood. Then grab her and twist her neck. There you go. Bam.
All right.
So with Poppy's help, Gru meets Maxime at a building under construction where he reveals he's transformed and brainwashed Gru Jr. into a roach hybrid. He uses Gru Jr. to fight him off. Gru is knocked out, but his encouraging words to his son break Gru Jr. from his state and attacks Maxime instead. Maxime falls off the building and is squashed by the Mega Minions with the aid of animals and insects they control. The AVL and Seedless arrive in turn to arrest Maxime and Valentina. Reunited with Lucy and the girls, Gru thanks Poppy for her help. Gru and his family return home where Dr. Nefario reverses Gru Jr.'s transformation. Gru visits Maxine in an AVL prison to settle their differences. To show their reconciliation, the pair performs Everybody Wants to Rule the World for the prisoners, which include all of Gru's past adversaries. And that's the end of the movie. Fuck.
That's it. Yeah, it was a very... I would say it didn't overstay. It lasted the appropriate amount for a kid's movie. And that's the real takeaway here, is that it was good for a kid's movie.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having to calm down from laughing so hard. It was, for the most part, it's a kid's movie, so I don't blame it. I know there were some jokes that really, like, me and Colt kind of rolled our eyes at, because there's a bunch of stupid stuff in there. They really try to pack it. Obviously, it's a kid's movie, but there was a really funny bit where Agnes was getting really sad about her goat not being there, and then her or Lucy was telling her, like, he won't forget about you. You guys have a podcast together. I lost my mind. The idea that this little, like, Agnes and this cute ass little goat have a podcast, that I need if there is a visual representation of that out there, maybe an animation or something out there, I need it, because I would love that. I'd probably lose my mind. And then we do see all of the everybody, including the characters from the Rise of Gru, Minions Rise of Gru. They were all there, like,
and they were all super aged since the first one took place in like the 70s, probably like something like that.
70s or 80s, something like that. So that was kind of fun. I mean, overall, it was a fun movie. It's a kids movie, of course, so it's to be expected. But yeah, if you have kids, or I don't know, maybe you grew up watching Despicable Me. I mean,
and you have kids, because that would make sense. The first one came out in 2010.
Yeah, I mean, and you'll probably enjoy it at least. It's not. It won't. It's nothing crazy bad or anything. It's just fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Also, super insane animation, like the details that go into this world and the models, and like the little reference and scenes, especially with the minions. You get so many like minions on one screen, and they're all doing something unique in that scene. And you can, like, on rewatches, you'll see so many like crazy little out of pocket things that they're doing that really probably shouldn't be in a kids movie. I remember, I think it was for maybe Despicable Me 3. There was a one where like a minion like looked at his ass and stuck his tongue out, and he's like, ah, la, 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 la. It's so much going on here. I love to see all the little details.
I think you made that up.
I am not making it up. Look up minions looking at ass.
No, I just there was this minion staring at this ass. I swear to God, this happened. There's this minion staring at this ass, and he just started and just put his tongue out like, and I think that meant something dirty.
Okay, Google, show me minions looking at ass.
Why do I hear you typing?
Because I'm looking for it.
Okay. Yeah, no, Colt's not wrong. There was this it's kind of funny, and I love it though, that this organization, the AVL, took in the minions, and there's a bit in there where the minions are again doing a bunch of random shit in the office, and but one of them was they were throwing a birthday party for another agent. I don't know. I think that was pretty fun.
You know what? I want to get your live reaction to this if you can. It's a Reddit post, and it says it's on shit posting, and it says horny ass minion.
Okay.
Now tell me what that minion's doing.
God damn. That was in this movie, was it not?
No, I think it was like 2 years ago that I originally saw that.
This says 2 months ago.
Yes, but this is a repost. You can repost things on the internet. You know that? Damn, I'm sorry. I didn't know you didn't know that.
No, I'm looking through the replies, but fuck you. Even if it was fucking 2 months ago, it would still. The fucking movie came out in goddamn July.
Yeah.
No, because that scene reminds me of the ending where they're all having a dinner thing with Gru's brother, which I completely forgot about. I haven't even watched the movie, but I knew he had a brother with like long ass hair. That's okay. That's weird though. That's very weird. There was that. Was it in the last Minions movie, where there was that one minion with the fat ass?
I don't know if that was in the movie or a fan movie you saw on like a website that was special for fan movies.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Look up. God damn it. Don't make me say this. Look up. God, I can't say that. I don't know. This is going to sound fucking weird. Look up wet. No, look up walking wet minion butt. There you go. There.
Yeah. Look that up on your work computer too.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wenzel just looked it up and he saw something he shouldn't have.
No, I'm gonna have a live reaction from you, and you're gonna look like a fucking idiot when you see this.
Now I'm expecting a huge butt, because that's what you said. Huge butt. I wouldn't classify that as huge.
Are you fucking with me right now?
That's proportional to his body.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds like you saved that picture to your phone and you're gonna have it in your albums forever.
So okay, god damn it. Let me find the fucking trailer. Hold on. He's walking with that fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, he is. I know what you're talking about, but it's not big. It's normal. Now, if you want big, Google Minion farting big butt.
Why do I feel so fucking offended? I have no stake in this whatsoever.
Why are you so mad, dude? Are you a Minion?
Okay, whatever. What's your fucking rating for this movie?
3.5. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I give it a 3.5 too. 3.5. It's fun.
It's the Minions. If you like the Minions, watch it.
Despicable Me. All right, let's get that right.
He always corrects me on this, but it wouldn't be shit without the Minions. Nobody would come to see it if it was just called Gru and his bad voice.
But it's not even called that. It's Gru. It's called Despicable Me.
Yeah, and the Minions make the movie.
See, I know what Colt's saying, but every time he says this, he makes it seem like the Minions film came first, and it doesn't. Despicable Me came first.
Well, the Minions are better in every way than every other character. So
I don't disagree with you. I will give you that, Colt. I don't disagree with you. Anyway, do we have anything else to say about this fucking movie?
Banana, some crazy Longlegs connections too. We'll talk about them when we get to the Longlegs part. But Minions and Longlegs go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, it's because Gru is long.
That and the fact that the Minions make dolls. Oh, is that a spoiler?
Longlegs. I didn't wear my long legs today. Longlegs. All right, now we're going to talk about Longlegs, the horror movie that has probably been one of my most anticipated this year and one of the most
hyped up movies for the year, horror movies at least for the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with their marketing has been pretty wild. Directed by Osgood Perkins. He's directed The Blackcoat's Daughter, Gretel and Hansel, and I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. Currently, he just has three full features. But he is also working on another film coming out next year. It's a Stephen King-based short story adaptation of The Monkey, and it's actually starring Theo James, Elijah Wood, and Tatiana Maslany.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I seen Theo James in anything. Great singer.
I don't know that name.
He was in Divergent.
Oh, he's the guy that looks like oh my god, who's that guy that
Dave Franco?
Yeah, he looks like a Franco brother.
He does look like a Franco brother. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the only thing I remember him from. He might have been in something else. But yeah. Also, I didn't know that Osgood Perkins, his dad is Anthony Perkins. If you don't know who that is, he played Norman Bates in Psycho.
Yeah, I was looking at fucking Oz Perkins wiki page. I'm like, damn, he's got a lot of acting roles he just got a bunch of acting roles from the 80s, 190s, and early 2000s. It was just strange because I don't recognize this guy at all.
And, yeah, and his first film appearance was as a 12-year-old Norman Bates in 1983's Psycho 2. I didn't realize how big of a career he's had in acting.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell he's an actor because he has some stupid takes.
What do you mean by that?
The not watching other horror movies because he doesn't want it to influence him.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you meant. So if nobody knows, there was a recent interview. I can't remember who or where, but there was an interview where Perkins was quoted as saying he doesn't watch like popular or modern contemporary horror films. Like he refuses to watch any of Ty West's the most recent trilogy, X, Pearl, and Maxine. And I do think that's a kind of a dumb take, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, so I will say his filmography as a director is not really that great. I have seen
Gretel and Hansel is just fine.
Gretel Hansel's fine. I could probably do a rewatch of it, but I don't know if really anything has changed. I'm the Pretty Thing in the House that lives in the house is not that good. I would say it's worse than Gretel and Hansel because Gretel and Hansel, for the most part, was interesting, had a nice ambiance to it. Pretty Thing was just boring. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I haven't seen Blackcoat's Daughter. Out of his films besides Longlegs, that's probably the one that's like that's higher than either of the two. Um, so I definitely want to see that. But anyway, yeah. So Longlegs runtime is 101 minutes. Um, and then the music is by Zilgi, who I did not know was actually Osgood's brother, Elvis Perkins.
Who the fuck is Zilgi?
Zilgi does the music for the movie.
I know, but like you said that like I should know who he is, but that is cool.
No, I just
We,
said that because that's who the music's by, Zilgi. That's
yeah,
his,
yeah.
and also too, we watched the movie and the music was good. Like
The music was good, but it's a whole what is it called? Nepotism movie.
oh, yeah.
But you know what?
Also,
Hey, I'm all about that nepotism. If you can get that job from someone you know, sure, fuck it, dude. Let me in.
also too, I Osgood Perkins gets his name from his grandfather, who's named Osgood. Very old name, I will say. And it's so funny because whenever we watch Gretel and Hansel and his other films, he was always credited as Oz Perkins. And for the most part, I think that's what his nickname is. But for this film and for now, I think all of his other films, he's credited now fully as Osgood. I
Yeah, that's
wonder if
the
he had.
name of an old man, like an 80-year-old man's name.
It is. It is. So I wonder if there was like a, I don't know, like a conflict there of like, oh, do I go by Oz or do I go by Osgood? You know, what sounds more hip, Oz? But there's like a, I don't know, strange traditionalism, you know, of Osgood, whatever. But the budget for this film was 10 million, or sorry, under $10 million, and the box office was 88 million. It is still showing in some theaters, so it's not completely out yet. But it did surpass Bong Joon-ho's Parasite at the domestic box office as Neon's highest grossing film ever in North America.
Okay. Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That feels
Um,
crazy.
it is crazy. Also, I didn't know that Neon started in 2017. It's only a 7-year-old company.
That doesn't
Here,
feel right. I swear I've been seeing that name for like way longer.
I know, but that's when it started, and it only has 55 employees as of March 2024. So it's a very young and kind of small company. But so far, I mean, they've had some pretty distributed some pretty good films. Yeah, and this movie released on July 12th. That's 2 days after my birthday. Haha.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, and then let me go here to about the marketing for this film. So the marketing was pretty crazy. It was like guerrilla marketing style, kind of similar to what the Blair Witch Project did. So they did promotional materials that included teaser trailers. First appeared in January 2024 and did not mention the title of this film until February, building speculation through clips, images, and coded messages using symbology created for the film. Neon posted 11 videos on YouTube leading up to the release, accumulating 30 million views. A trailer was also attached to every horror film released in trailers since January 2024. Sorry, I'm just reading off the wiki now. And there was actually a paid advertisement featuring a cipher that was published in Seattle Times. And what was crazy too is I remember Pat telling us about Longlegs, how there's this like movie about directed by Osgood Perkins. It's starring Nick Cage, where he plays a supernatural serial killer, and then there's a FBI agent trying to hunt him down, and it sounded cool. And then whenever we started getting these weird ass marketing that didn't really say what the name of the film was, there was like a huge speculation for months about whether this was Longlegs or something else. Pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a marketing thing that I saw on TikTok. Of course, it was a number that you could call. I think it was on a billboard, and when you did
Yes.
call, it was Nicolas Cage just going. Happy birthday, you're the birthday girl. Stuff like that. It was pretty creepy.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. All the marketing, like say what you will, but the marketing is very unique
Very well
and
done. The
very
most
well done. Yeah,
or my favorite one was the heartbeat one.
heartbeat.
Where it
Oh,
was it
oh,
was Micah Monroe's actual heartbeat as she was seeing Nicolas Cage for the first time in the makeup.
yeah, yeah. Her resting heart, which once we see Nicolas Cage, it was just like it was just so funny because it's like, man, she was scared shitless when when she saw this Nick Cage,
I
and
understand.
like I
I'd be a
understand.
little unsettled by this man.
Yeah, I guess. And cast list real quick is Micah Monroe plays Lee Harker, Nicolas Cage plays the serial killer Longlegs, Blair Underwood plays Agent Carter, Alicia Witt plays Harker, Lee Harker's mom, and then Kiernan Shipka is Carrie Ann Camera. And if you guys remember, I mentioned that Kiernan Shipka appears again in Longlegs, like she was in Twisters. So yeah, we'll bring her up here in this.
Also,
But
another
yeah.
fun fact, Micah Monroe's mom in this movie, is Aaliyah Atreides from fucking 1984 Dune, Lynch's Dune.
Yeah, yeah. I completely forgot about that. No, Alicia Witt has notable actress,
Yeah,
and
she is. It's just such a strange thing that she was the little shit in fucking that Dune.
yeah, yeah. No, she's great though.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it. Again, spoilers. If you haven't seen Longlegs by now, I'm sorry. Go
And if
see it
you
if you
haven't,
can.
yeah, don't listen to us first. Go watch it first.
Go watch it.
Or
Yeah,
if you don't care, well, fuck you. I guess listen.
yeah. I guess so. Um, So yeah, so here we go. In 1970s Oregon, a young girl, this is Lee Harker, with a Polaroid camera, follows a mysterious voice and encounters an erratic man in pale makeup. This opening scene was so cool because we get this jump cut and then it's Nicolas Cage, half of his face, the camera cuts off half of his face, so we don't see it, and it's kind of a very intense buildup whenever he talks about he wasn't wearing his long legs today, and then it goes right into this really cool sequence of song that was really good and just a mashup of imagery that you see in the film. It was awesome.
There's so much fucking background images too. Like this very first scene, when you just see Lee Harker as a little girl, you see her, but right behind him, if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. You'll see Longlegs just standing there in the background, even before he's talking on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't realize that until later. It's really the cinematography for this film, by the way, is done by Andreas Orochi. Very good. Say what you will about this movie, but holy shit. Not only does it look good, but it's so purposeful.
It
In like
has you scanning every doorway constantly, every dark corner, because, well, let's just say the devil is alive in this movie.
Yeah, it's very well done. So in the 1990s, Lee Harker now is an FBI agent who exhibits possible clairvoyance, is assigned by her supervisor, Carter, to a case involving a series of murder suicides in Oregon. Each case involves a father killing his family and himself, leaving behind a letter with satanic coding signed Longlegs, whose handwriting belongs to none of the family members. Lee discovers that each family had a 9-year-old daughter born on the 14th of the month. The murders all occurred within 6 days before or after the birthday itself, and the murders form an occult triangle symbol on a calendar with one date missing. While talking to her mother, Ruth, Lee receives a coded birthday card from Longlegs warning her that revealing the source of the code will lead to her mother's murder. Also, should say, too, whenever she goes to investigate a house involving one of the cases, it's pretty brutal because they're going in with teams, pairs to different houses, and the dude just gets fucking brains blown out immediately as the door opens.
Yeah, it made me jump because I was not expecting to jump right into the movie, being like that.
Yeah, no. And I will say that after that moment, it was like, okay, shit. Well, every time she has a clairvoyant, like, kind of sense or whatever, I knew I was like, shit, something bad's gonna happen because holy fuck. Like, basically, or pretty much, yeah, like something is definitely going to happen every time the movie cues you in on that. Get some pretty like crazy like imagery and you see this in a lot of the advertising or the marketing for this film of like families with a blanket draped over them or covering because they're all freaking dead. So pretty brutal. I think it's pretty crazy. And then also too, the conversation between Lee and her mother is pretty unnerving, asking her to make sure that she's saying her prayers.
Yeah, oh man, it's fucky.
And then, following a clue, Lee and Carter find a doll with a high energy orb inside. Despite Carter's skepticism of the supernatural, Lee theorizes that Longlegs uses these orbs to possess people, as each family received a similar doll. After visiting Carrie, which is Kiernan Shipka, the sole survivor of Longlegs' attacks, who was visited previously by someone using Lee's name, Carter suspects Lee's connection to Longlegs. Also, I would just like to bring up Kiernan Shipka has this really good monologue that feels just like one take here, and I just want to recite a part of it because it's so good, but also like so funny and so unnerving. Uh, like Kiernan Shipka is so freaking good. So I'm just gonna get into it. And so this is what she says. And boy, I just want to do whatsoever says he says me to do. Like if he told me to take a jumpy out a window, I'd surely do. Just happy as peaches to watch the ground as it come up to meet me. Or if he told me to kill you right here in this room with my bare hand, I'd surely do. Just happy as peaches to watch your heavy heart go pop pop and your eyes as it go to all the blood. And then Lee asks her, "Do you remember having a special doll that looked just like you?" And she says, "Nope, and you don't neither. You dirtsy, flirtsy old angel bitch."
Yeah, I don't think she was acting. This was just her normal. They had to go interview her at a place.
I love that. Like that was such a good performance, and she's like only in there for like that scene. It's so good.
Also,
And then
another thing, whenever Lee is her first day on the job, she goes with Carter out to get a drink, and afterwards, after when she's going to drop him off and leave, he's like, "Well, come and meet the family," and she's like, "Do I have to?" And he's like, "Yes." And whenever she goes in there, the daughter asks, "Would you like to see my room?" And the mom and the dad, Carter and his wife, looked at her like, "Well, do you want to see her room or not?" And then she's forced to go in the room. Gosh, just thinking like I've had so many interactions like that where I'm like, I don't want to do this. Why do you have to make me do this?
and yeah, no, it was so funny. Like, so this film also too is like genuinely fucking funny. Like this moment right here was very funny because it's also like an unlikely friendship because even though Lee is like very uncomfortable, very awkward, the little girl just immediately is like, "Can she come to my birthday?" And Lee's like, "I'll be there." I love it. I love the kind of just this dynamic. Um, after going and visiting Carrie, uh, discovering that Ruth, her mom, had filed a police report of an intruder approaching Lee on her ninth birthday, Carter encourages Lee to talk to Ruth, directing her to childhood belongings where she finds a Polaroid of the pale-faced man, revealing Longlegs to be the man who had visited a young Lee in the 1970s. Also, too, we get this scene that Colt was trying to do in the very beginning, where he starts to sing, and it's it's again genuinely funny, but also just as unnerving. It's very good.
Yeah, all the singing and like the face paint and the fucked up face of him. If you didn't read the details that were peppered throughout the movie, he's obviously a failed rocker that got botched face surgery to be in the culture of being beautiful and being a pop star or a rock star. And the fact that he just sings a lot, he just won't let it go. And also, another fun thing is well, that's a spoiler. Never mind.
I was gonna say too, we get this really good cut where it shows a doll's face, and then as it cuts away, it slowly fades into his face, which is exactly how he constructed his face to resemble a doll, just like Colt said, kind of this idea of beauty. And also too, there's this other really good scene where he's in a convenience store and this girl who's at the counter just isn't taking his shit. He does the very kind of iconic, I guess, where pose where he puts his hands over his face to do the cuckoo cuckoo. Very good, very uncanny. And then later he's driving in his car singing again, where me and Colt also always quote this, is just him screaming mommy, daddy, and going in again into song. It's really good.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is peak Nicolas Cage here. He put himself into this role, and I wouldn't be surprised if he shot all his scenes on one day, in one day.
No, Nick was so freaking good. I mean, if you can't tell, we freaking love this movie. If you're keeping up with our letterbox, we love this. Nick Cage was so freaking good. His performance was awesome. He was in his element. Back to the story. Lee submits the photo leading to Longlegs' arrest. Realizing the missing date is that day, Lee fears an accomplice. In the interrogation room, Longlegs claims to serve the man downstairs and hints at Ruth's involvement before killing himself, which was also brutal as hell because, again, his face is very sculpted, very manufactured, and then just banging his head on a metal table, like blood everywhere. It's brutal. Also,
Yeah, it
too,
is.
also too, there was a 24-minute, they say in the movie, 24-minute cut of him saying happy birthday to Lee. It was very creepy because they do this, they shoot it to where he mentions people that are in the room in his song and looks at them as if he can see them while he's being filmed in a
Yeah,
separate
like
room.
he's like, "You're gonna be at the party, you, and you." But and when he points and looks at them, they're actually in those spots in the room. And
And
the fun thing is, they're at the party at
all
the end of the movie.
yes, all of them appear at the end of the fucking movie. It's really good. Yeah, no, it's brutal. And then later, another an agent I didn't mention, Agent Browning. She's played by Michelle Cho Lee. I don't mention her because she's not here very long. She drives Lee to her mother's home where Lee witnesses Ruth murder Browning with a shotgun. Shoots her twice for some reason. Don't I thought that
Like,
was
the
kind of
first
weird.
shot splattered the front windshield, like, she's definitely gone, but she walks around to the other side, blasts again. You're just you're just adding more to the wound.
Yeah, and to be fair, Ruth is insane. Oh god, there's also another unnerving scene where Lee visited her mother finally, earlier, talking to her about saying her prayers. And when Ruth asks her again if she was lying about saying her prayers, Lee says, "No, I haven't been saying my prayers. I've never said them. They scare me." And Ruth is like, "Yeah, like she's like, I don't either. Like, who fucking cares? There's no point. It doesn't do anything." I thought that was also a very good scene too. Like I said, Alicia Witt's awesome.
Yeah, it's also a little foreshadowing for what's going on.
Yep. So Lee sees that Ruth has been Longlegs' accomplice since Lee's childhood. Longlegs forced Ruth to choose between her daughter's death and his bidding, leading her to comply and spare Lee. Longlegs has lived in the Harker basement, creating satanic dolls that Ruth, posing as a nun, delivered to families, causing them to kill each other. Lee's doll blocked her memories of Longlegs while influencing her with his magic. I thought this was so fascinating because this is where it all finally like adds up, because the entire time they're saying like there has to be an accomplice, because Longlegs, not only is it weird that Longlegs keeps doing this shit when he's not there, but also too there has to be like somebody else involved. And the entire time it's like, well, fuck, who? And then there's a whole stuff with the dolls and stuff, with the dolls and the orbs, and then it finally all like makes sense. Like yes, it's supernatural, there is magic involved, and these dolls and these orbs are preventing people like Lee from accessing memories, or they're being influenced and all that. And then Ruth has been playing along with this. That's why she doesn't really care about the prayers, because she prayed so hard and she ended up, no matter what, becoming the target and victim of Longlegs. And I mean, at this point, we'll just say it, the devil.
Oh yeah, it's that Satin.
Yeah, because this at this point we start seeing like the devil like appear in certain spots. It's really cool when you can spot it, but I had only seen him 3 times. Somebody spotted him 4 times, but apparently there's over 15 appearances of the devil in the film.
Yeah, he appears like It's not just later in the movie. He appears all throughout the movie. It's just you have to be looking for it.
You have to be looking really hard for it, and which is what makes it so crazy with the cinematography, because it tricks you into thinking that, oh, this corner probably has something in it, when in reality it's literally something in the back corner that you can't even see. Like I think that's incredible. That's incredible use of camera or camera work. Anyway, Lee awakens in the basement and hears a demonic voice on the phone warning her about Carter's daughter's Ruby's ninth birthday party, which had been scheduled for that day. Lee rushes to save the Carters, whose deaths would complete Longlegs' triangle. She finds the family already possessed, with Ruth having delivered the doll. After Carter kills his wife Anna, Lee shoots him to protect Ruby. Ruth attacks with a dagger, forcing Lee to kill her as well. Lee tries to destroy the doll, but runs out of ammunition. She tells Ruby they need to leave, but Ruby remains frozen, staring at the doll. And that's the end.
Pretty crazy. We didn't really bring it up, but when she first goes to her mom's house, the the doll resembling young Lee, there's a little ball inside that once it gets destroyed, there's like this smoke or black fog that comes out of it, and it causes her to just like collapse. And I think that was like a way of her being like, "This is your chance to get out of here. This is your chance of safety. Don't follow me."
Yeah. Yeah, no, I sorry, I didn't bring that up, but yeah, I thought that was also an interesting detail when Ruth destroys the orb that was controlling her daughter. It was a way, because Ruth tries to kill Lee, but at the same time, she was also possessed because she says, "Stop calling me your mother." Um, but it was also kind of the only way she could still try to save her daughter. Like, for the most part, it's still also brutal as hell, because it was like, to save her daughter, she had to become part of a ritualistic, say, serial killings. Yeah, it's crazy. And also to the dolls, I love, there's this crazy effect where every time they got a doll, there's a black veil over the doll, but you start to see glowing red eyes. Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, this movie is incredible. It's more of a slow burn than anything, but I still feel the dread. I still feel the unnerving horror of it. It's nothing like in your face crazy. There's barely really any jump scares. And it's incredible.
Yeah, I agree. This movie was an absolute blast for movie freaks like us that enjoy the weird and wacky. I know there's a lot of people that came out of this movie absolutely hating it, and I'm not seeing any good reasons for why. Really, I think it's just because it's not to their taste, and I think
Yeah,
their taste is bad.
yeah, because I bring this up, or Colt talks about this, and I bring this up too, because this movie, on our side of things, has been so hyped up, and then also, just, I say that the internet and commercials have been hyping this up. It's been compared to the next Silence of the Lambs. I don't think that's a
I
fair.
don't understand the comparison at all,
I
other
don't
than
think it's
they're
a fair
criminals.
comparison. Yeah, it's a serial killer thing. That's not a fair comparison. Um, Also, too, if you want Silence of the Lambs, go fucking watch Silence of the Lambs. Like, I don't, because the complaints I've seen people talk about is like, oh, it was hyped up too much. There's supernatural elements. The second act is just boring and too weird. I disagree. Like, because the same thing happened. I hear this all the time with Hereditary. Is they talk about it,
Yes.
they say the same damn things. It's like, why does it have to have supernatural elements? It's like, bitch, why not? Like, who fucking cares? Like, I'm sorry, if you don't want supernatural elements, go watch Silence of the Lambs, go watch Prisoners, go watch something else. We came in here knowing exactly what we're getting into. Like, it was so funny because somebody who knew nothing about the movie, knew nothing going in, and then when they watched it, they're like, "This isn't what I expected." It's like, well, what the? You didn't know anything going in, so what did you expect?
Like,
Um,
personally, I prefer what we got 10 times over than him just being a crazy dude that kills people. I've heard that story so many fucking times. Every serial killer that you've ever heard of is just a weirdo that's killing people because he can. It's that is so played out and boring and garbage. This is why I like this movie so much, because fuck it, the devil made him do it. Literally, the devil is working through him.
but the thing is, too,
And I like that stuff can't be said in real life because that shit's not real.
well, and that's the thing I love about this movie, is that it's satire. It's a fucking parody. And what is it a parody of? The fucking satanic panic. you have a guy who's a serial killer who is worshiping the devil, and at the same time, it's constantly singing rock songs. Like crazy ass Christians or Satanic Panic thought that rock music would do. It's literally making fun of those people. Like it's a parody, it's satire. That's why it's genuinely funny at times, and that's why it's genuinely unnerving because this is literally what people thought would happen.
And
Like that's what this
another
is.
funny thing is, people came out of this movie thinking this movie was like devil worship. People came out saying like this is the most satanic movie I've ever seen. I had to walk out. I was so scared. I was shaking. I had to go home and read my Bible the whole night.
And see, it just proves the fucking point. Like like if you still think like this, like if this is what you think that people who listen to heavy metal or rock music or people who even fucking worship Satan, quote unquote, um, I'm sorry, but like you need help. Like, come on. And they're so funny because I've seen reviews talk about how this movie takes it too far. They say that it actually gives um it gives into all the fears of the satanic panic, which is like it's what do you want it to say? Like you want to say, "Oh yeah, look directly into the camera, everybody, and say the satanic panic was wrong." Like it's fucking satire. Does it need to hit you over the head with it? Jesus fucking Christ. And then I just want to say there's this quote by Oz Perkins that I love that makes me appreciate him even more. And it makes me so excited for whatever fucking project he does. So this is what he says. This was an interview done by Isaac Feldberg on Twitter for Inverse. And in this interview, he says, the fact that Republicans could think Democrats worship the devil and eat babies is so fabulous in terms of how fucking stupid that is. He says as the interview wraps up, it's much worse what happens in the name of Christianity in the name of God than what happens in the name of the devil. He adds, I don't know that there have been many crusades that have happened because of the devil. I don't think many native people were uprooted from their homes and slaughtered because of the devil. I don't think anybody's saying Hail Satan when we are colonizing the land. They're saying praise Jesus. I'm
I
like,
agree 100% with that point. Everything about the devil has always been something made up just to justify their actions. It's there's nothing there. It's just a fear fact. This is just talking about religion at this point, but it's just a fear factor being used to control people. That's all it
it,
is.
that's all it is. Because
The
day and age,
uneducated, to be specific.
at this fucking day and age, like the devil, anything satanic, anything involving witches, whatever, that has all literally been like manufactured to be boogeyman shit. That's all it is. That's all
And
it's at.
all it is just other culture shit. And if you like look at the roots for everything that's considered satanic, it's all just old culture shit. Old like stuff that wasn't the church, basically.
Everything, almost all this shit belonged to other native people. It's just it's like a culmination, a mashup of the beliefs of pagans, of other people's cultures, of religions that weren't Christian, that they believed were heretical, blasphemous, or whatever. They just believed they were evil. So what they do, they turn them all into evil, villainous shit. That's all they did, just to serve and propel Christianity. That's all it is. It literally, if you go through fucking history, that's where it all leads. And then now it's been, because it's been so fucking far removed, that it's all just manufactured and has become in pop culture or in the Christian mainstream. And the thing is too is that like nobody, I don't want to say nobody cares, but like yeah, nobody cares, or nobody wants to. It's ignorance. It's just awful, and that's why I think
It's
Long
because the
Legs.
only way to drill this stuff into people's heads is to teach them while they're young. Because any fucking adult that was never raised religious or super religious, they're not gonna go to a religion. It's just unless they're, like, mentally ill, really. Any well mentally think people are just they're not gonna go there.
Well, that's the thing, is there are adults who subscribe to religion later, but that is because the Judeo-Abrahamic religions, like Christianity, are predatory because they are cults that gain power and following. They prey on the vulnerable, grief-stricken, and mentally ill. It's indoctrination of the highest order. You have to go to a meeting place once or twice a week, read the same book as everyone else, have the book read to you by someone else repeatedly for the rest of your life, conduct rituals, practice prayer, must dedicate every aspect of your life to this. Cannot speak about certain things if fear of angering not only your imaginary figure but your peers and leaders, so much so that even governments implement and would force people to participate in these practices, or else you're either a pariah or you're put to death or tortured or beaten by the state. Maybe not as much here in the US, but other places, yes. And if it's not by the state, it's by your neighbors. I mean, you're altering entire lives with restrictions and oppression, because that's what this is. And Christianity is tied to colonialism, as stated by Perkins, as per evidence of history itself, which you cannot deny. And if you do so, you're being either willfully ignorant or willfully malicious. That's why I think Longlegs and a lot of films we watch this year that touches upon this subject matter are so important. They are part of this grand tapestry of art. Christianity has done so much to repress, to dominate, to destroy, and to kill. But luckily, because of art, we have been able to protect, to preserve, and to save history, culture, language, memories, and people. And this grand tapestry of art sends a message. What Christianity has done and continues to do to people is wrong, and it will never be right, and you will not win. And also, should mention too, we've watched a lot of stuff involving nuns. I mean, Longlegs. We watched The Devils. We watched Immaculate, The First Omen, Apparition. A lot of stuff with nuns this year.
Did Hawken have one? What is it called? It was that silent film about witches.
Haxon.
Haxon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of. So, I mean, 6 movies we watched this year involving nuns.
And they're all pretty good.
Yeah, Apparition was a disappointment for me because that's done by Isabel Sandoval. I loved Lingua Franca, so when we watched that, it was I was very excited. But it's one of her earlier films. It's okay. It's just mostly boring. There's some brutal subject matter, but for the most part, it's just a lot of nothing happens. Yeah, so it's okay. But everything else was great this year that we watched involving nuns.
Also,
But,
I know we're not talking about it, but hey, if you're listening to this, just random, just inputting it now. Go watch Cuckoo, starring Hunter Schafer. Go watch it. If you like Longlegs, I think you're gonna like Cuckoo.
yeah.
But if you dislike Longlegs, you're probably not gonna like Cuckoo.
Well, I would say Cuckoo is not a slow burn. So people, if you didn't like Longlegs, you'll probably like Cuckoo. Cuckoo was awesome. I like Longlegs more, but Cuckoo's awesome. Also, too, it's Hunter Schafer's first full feature film where she's the lead in it.
Yeah,
she's great. Like I already loved her beforehand. I hadn't seen her in anything besides Kinds of Kindness, actually. But this was awesome.
she's great in Euphoria. So anything she's in, I'm already signed on. You got me.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, same. Gosh, is there anything else we have to say about this, about Longlegs?
Let me in now. And if you don't, I'll have to come back as many times as I like.
Mommy,
Daddy, release me from this
Daddy.
hell that is living.
But rating 5 stars. It's one of my favorite movies this year.
I'm at 4.5. Great movie. One of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies.
Hell yeah. Thank you for listening. You can listen to us, the All You Can Hear podcast, on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, on Google, or whatever. We're pretty much on everything. Leave us a rating, a review, give us some feedback. We really appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. Follow the Backlog Boys, Cage and Greatness, Instruction Booklet. All great. Go check them out. Follow us on Blue Sky, aychpodcast.bsky.social. Follow us on Instagram, AYCH Podcast. Follow us on twitch.tv/all you can hear. Follow us on YouTube, All You Can Hear. We also have the VODs from Instruction Booklet on there as well, from our Twitch. And lastly, you can follow me, Wenzel, on Twitter at Wenzel Booking. You follow my art Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky as well, Wenzel. You can follow my Bookstagram, Wenzel Banters. And my Linktree has links for everything, including my Letterbox and my Goodreads.
My name's Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00, Blue Sky ColtD99. That's all, really. And if you see a man that looks like Longlegs and he's going cuckoo, cuckoo, tase him. Just tase him right off the bat and run away.
Yeah. I keep telling Cole I'm going to Longlegs him where I'm gonna give him a doll. That's kind of a bit also too we have where we say we're gonna long legs each other or something, you know. One of these days. One of these days.
One of these days. One days you're gonna forget 15 years from now. Oh, the church is a reward for you. It's my doo-doo in a box.
No.
Oh yeah, the connection was that Longlegs had minions making the dolls with him.
Yeah, where were the minions during the 90s?
He was making fucking dolls with Longlegs.
Yeah, that was the other accomplice that they didn't tell you about. Longlegs was making all these fucking dolls was with the help of the minions.
Banana.